Aquarius, the countdown is over. October 29th is not just another date. It's the energy checkpoint before your greatest breakthrough. The universe is watching to see if you'll rise or repeat. Everything that's been tested, your patience, your faith, your boundaries, is coming to its final evaluation. But here's the secret. This isn't punishment. It's proof that you're ready for the next timeline. Stay with me till the end, because what unfolds on October 29th could rewrite your entire destiny. The final energy warning. Pluto's last shadow. Test. October 29th dawns like a mirror of truth, Aquarius. The air feels heavier, charged with invisible electricity, almost as if the universe itself is pausing to take your spiritual temperature. This isn't random cosmic noise. It's Pluto, vibrating in its last degrees of Capricorn, preparing to shift into your sign once and for all. And before it does, it's running one final diagnostic on your soul. A shadow test to see if you've really released what once controlled you. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, of endings that lead to awakenings. When it stands at the edge of a sign, its energy becomes ruthless, surgical even. It digs into the corners of your life that still hide fear, control, or unhealed attachment. That's why, right now, you may feel emotionally stretched, restless, or strangely nostalgic for people or moments that no longer match who you've become. It's not regression, it's exposure. The universe is holding up a mirror and asking you directly, are you still afraid of your own power? For Aquarius, this is the final energetic checkpoint before the breakthrough. You're the sign of innovation, freedom, and radical truth, but even visionaries can get trapped in the comfort of the familiar. Pluto's job is to burn down those safety nets you built around doubt. If an ex suddenly reappears, if a project stalls, or if you find yourself triggered by something small, don't see it as punishment. See it as precision. The cosmos is revealing where your energy still leaks power. Every delay is a detox. Every confrontation is a calibration. This phase is not about how fast you move, it's about how steady you stay. The test is energetic, not external. When something shakes you, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, am I responding from fear or from faith? Pluto's lessons never come in words. They arrive in pressure. The silence you feel isn't the universe ignoring you, it's grading your vibration. The quieter things get, the more your soul speaks. On October 29th, your frequency becomes magnetic to either breakthroughs or breakdowns, depending on what you choose to believe. Fear pulls you into chaos. Faith pulls you into clarity. That's the paradox of Pluto. Destruction and creation are the same vibration seen from different perspectives. The moment you stop resisting the ending, you accelerate the rebirth. So if your plans feel uncertain, breathe. If emotions rise without explanation, let them move through you instead of analyzing them. You're not falling apart, you're shaking off the final residue of the old world. This is spiritual composting. Every heavy emotion becomes soil for your new timeline. And once you stop trying to fix what's dying, space opens for what's meant to live. Aquarius, you are not just another sign on the zodiac wheel. You are the architect of the new Earth frequency. Your energy sets trends years before others catch up. That's why your tests feel heavier. They're building strength for leadership. The universe isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. When others collapse under pressure, you're meant to rise and stabilize the collective field. Here's the hidden key. You don't need to fight your shadow. You simply need to stop identifying with it. Observe without judgment. Detach without bitterness. When you remain calm in the storm, you become the eye of it, the still point through which divine intelligence flows. That's the moment the universe whispers, you've passed. So when October 29th challenges you, smile at the test. Pluto's final warning isn't a threat, it's an invitation. It's the cosmic handshake before graduation. Release control. Surrender the narrative of how things should go. Trust that every closed door is redirecting you to something wilder, freer, and far more aligned with your destiny. Because once this shadow test completes, Aquarius, you'll never walk the same path again. On the other side of October 29th lies liberation, pure, infinite, untamed freedom. And this time, you won't just imagine it, you'll embody it. The breakdown. Before the breakthrough, Aquarius, every chosen one reaches this point, that sacred threshold where the old self starts to crumble, and it feels like the ground beneath your feet is disappearing. But here's the hidden truth. What you're calling a breakdown is actually the opening of your divine initiation. Between October 28th and 29th, the cosmic tension hits its highest frequency. The sun in Scorpio digs deep into your emotional truth, unearthing feelings you've been too strong to face. Meanwhile, your ruling planet Uranus, the rebel of the cosmos, jolts your comfort zones like an unexpected thunderclap. Together, they form a celestial command. You can't take your old self into your new destiny. This is why, in these days, everything feels strange. You may be exhausted for no reason, swing from peace to tears within minutes, or lose interest in things you once chased with passion. Don't panic. That's not failure. That's frequency recalibration. Your soul is upgrading from survival mode to creation mode. Think of it like the moment before dawn. The sky still dark, the world silent, the promise of light just beneath the horizon. That's where you are. You're not stuck. You're gestating. What you feel as heaviness is the weight of a new timeline forming around you. Spiritually, this breakdown is your ego's surrender. For years, you've carried everyone's expectations, proving your worth, over-giving your energy, holding space for people who never truly held you. But October 29th brings a sacred demand: release control. The old pattern of trying to fix, save, and prove no longer works at this vibration. The universe is uninstalling the old software of struggle so your divine blueprint can activate. You'll recognize the shift when worldly achievements start to lose their shine. Money, fame, validation. They won't hit the same. Not because you're unmotivated, but because your definition of success is evolving. Peace will feel richer than profit. Authenticity will taste sweeter than approval. And purpose will become the only currency your soul cares about. That's when the real miracle begins. Because once you stop needing something to feel whole, the universe finally trusts you to receive it. This energy can feel like an earthquake, shaking the very foundation of your life. Jobs, relationships, routines, anything that's misaligned will start to wobble. But those tremors aren't punishment. They're precision realignment. Every delay is divine redirection. Every silence is cosmic surgery. The universe isn't tearing your life apart. It's rearranging it to match your higher destiny. So when chaos peaks, breathe. Don't curse the storm, study it. Every emotional trigger is showing you where your power still leaks. Every closed door is saving you from a timeline that would have dimmed your light. Every unexpected pause is proof that something sacred is being built in silence. This is your soul boot camp, Aquarius. And it's brutal only because you're birthing brilliance. The breakdown is training you for energetic responsibility. You can't hold global change, collective awakening, or generational wealth with the same frequency that once held anxiety or self-doubt. You're being emptied so that higher light can flow through you without resistance. Repeat this mantra when the chaos hits. I'm not being broken down. I'm being built up. I'm not being punished. I'm being positioned. I'm not being delayed. I'm being prepared, because that's exactly what's happening. You're being positioned for alignment so powerful it could alter the next decade of your life. Your new life truly begins the moment you stop fighting for the old one. Let the storm humble your ego, but let it awaken your faith. Trust the unseen architecture being built beneath your pain. Every tear you shed right now is watering your future garden. And once the final emotional wave passes after October 29th, you'll notice something extraordinary. The stillness returns. The chaos subsides. The air feels new, lighter, alive. That's not coincidence. That's ascension. From that moment forward, manifestations will accelerate. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere. Synchronicities will confirm that every ounce of struggle had purpose. Because this breakdown was never the end of your story, Aquarius. It was the sacred beginning of the chapter where you finally rise, unshakable, awakened, and completely unstoppable. The divine test of detachment. Here's the real challenge, Aquarius. Can you stay detached while everything you love begins to transform before your eyes? The divine test of October 29th is not about loss. It's about mastery. It's about learning to hold space for transformation without clinging to the old form it once had. You're not being asked to give up on what you love. You're being asked to release the version of it that no longer matches your frequency. This test is all about emotional neutrality. Not apathy, not coldness, but spiritual grace under cosmic pressure. The universe is saying, trust that what's meant for you will always return, but in a higher form. When the moon aligns with Neptune, illusions begin to dissolve like mist at sunrise. You'll start to see people, relationships, and situations with shocking clarity. Not how your heart once painted them, but as they truly are. It's bittersweet, yes, but it's also liberating. You realize that some souls were never meant to stay for the whole journey. They were catalysts, beautiful teachers from an older frequency, sent to help you grow. And once that purpose is fulfilled, clinging becomes a form of resistance. Aquarius, your energy is visionary. You were never meant to hold on tightly. You were born to flow, to innovate, to evolve. That's why the universe is testing your ability to let go with love, not resentment. It wants to know if you've mastered the art of surrender. Because when you can love something without needing to possess it, you've reached true spiritual maturity. This moment, right here, separates those who chase timelines from those who co-create them. The universe whispers, will you choose control or surrender? When plans shift unexpectedly, will you panic? Or will you trust that divine timing is always exact? Because the vibration of detachment is the secret key to quantum manifestation. When you stop needing, you start attracting. When you stop chasing, you start receiving. When you stop forcing, things begin to flow effortlessly towards you. But here's where most souls stumble. They confuse silence for rejection and delay for denial. Yet, your higher self knows better. In the spiritual realm, silence is never a no, it's integration. It's the sacred pause where energy aligns itself before the next upgrade can occur. So if, on October 29th, you feel disconnected from people, plans, or even your purpose, don't rush to fill the gap. You're not being cut off, you're being rewired. Your soul is synchronizing with a new timeline, and that process requires stillness. This is why conversations may slow down, texts may go unanswered, and plans may suddenly shift. Don't see it as rejection, see it as redirection. The universe is clearing noise so you can hear your own frequency again. Here's your mantra for this phase. I trust the silence. I rest and surrender. What's mine will always return, and what's gone was never meant to stay. Repeat it whenever the energy feels uncertain. Because Aquarius, you're learning the art of divine detachment, the ability to remain centered no matter what unravels around you. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means confidence. It means knowing your worth so deeply that you no longer chase validation. It means trusting your intuition over appearances. It means standing so firmly in your peace that nothing external can disturb your internal stability. And the universe will send you signs that you're passing this test. Look for repeating numbers. 1111, 333, and 777 will appear more frequently now. These are not coincidences, they're divine codes. 1111 signals alignment. Your new reality is loading. 333 is the vibration of divine support. Ascended masters guiding you through this transition. 777 is confirmation that spiritual completion is near and that your faith is being rewarded. Each number you see is like a celestial text message. Keep going. You're aligning, not losing. Because that's the essence of this test. Alignment replacing attachment. You are no longer vibrating at the level of desperation or doubt. You're vibrating at the level of destiny. The more you let go, the faster your miracles can find you. You are no longer chasing the outcome. You are the outcome. This is the spiritual paradox of Aquarius energy. Your freedom is your power, and your detachment is your doorway to destiny. When you let go, you don't lose. You finally create space for everything you truly deserve to arrive. And when it does, it won't just return in a higher form, it will feel like home. The breakthrough, your quantum leap to the new timeline. Now comes the moment the entire month. And truly, your entire year, Maubisar, has been building toward the quantum leap. Aquarius, everything you faced up until now, the shadow purging of Pluto, the emotional breakdown, the test of detachment, has been refining your frequency for this exact instant in time. You are not the same person who began this journey. The energetic codes within you have changed, the vibration of your aura has expanded, and the universe finally leans in and says, they're ready. On October 29th, the cosmos opens a rare gateway, a Uranus North Node alignment, a fusion of innovation and destiny. This isn't ordinary astrology, it's a timeline accelerator. It bends the fabric of reality so that what once required months or years to manifest can now unfold in days or even hours. If you've released your fear and anchored faith, this shift will feel instantaneous. Synchronicities will multiply, your intuition will ignite like lightning, and miracles will start threading themselves into your everyday life as if destiny itself is rearranging in your favor. But here's what's fascinating. Your breakthrough won't crash in with fireworks or thunder. It arrives quietly like sunrise after a long night. It feels like peace. You'll wake up one morning and realize you don't need answers anymore because you've become one. Your body feels lighter, your breath deeper, your heart unexplainably calm. That calm is not emptiness. It's confirmation that the storm has served its purpose. You'll begin to notice divine timing working with precision. The right person messages you at the right second. A long-stuck situation suddenly resolves. Money, opportunities, or invitations appear as if from another dimension. You'll feel guided, almost magnetically, toward new experiences that mirror your upgraded vibration. This leap is irreversible. Once your consciousness expands to this frequency, it cannot shrink back to its old limitations. You are not returning to the same energy, people, or fears that used to define you. You've outgrown them. This is graduation day for your soul. Spiritually, this is when your higher self steps fully into the driver's seat. You'll notice subtle but powerful differences. The tone of your voice carries new authority. Your words manifest faster. Your decisions come from clarity instead of anxiety. Your energy field feels bigger, brighter, magnetic, like light walking in human form. And because your energy has changed, your external reality must follow. Financially, opportunities start finding you. You no longer chase success. Success recognizes your frequency and moves toward you. Emotionally, peace becomes your baseline. You stop reacting. You start responding from mastery. Spiritually, manifestation speeds up dramatically because you're finally operating from your authentic frequency. Not the survival code of scarcity and fear, but here's the hidden beauty that many overlook. Your breakthrough isn't just personal, it's planetary. Every Aquarius who passes this test becomes a transmitter of higher light. You are a lighthouse for those still navigating their storms. Your healing becomes collective medicine. The calm you cultivate teaches others what stability feels like. Your courage to rise becomes permission for others to believe again. You came to Earth during this exact timeline, not to escape the chaos, but to recode it. Your frequency is the blueprint of the future, the proof that humanity can evolve while still in human form. Every time you choose peace over panic, faith over fear, you rewrite energetic patterns for generations to come. So when the cosmic energy peaks on October 29th, take a deep breath and speak this declaration out loud. I release the past with love. I trust the process. I am ready for my miracle. Say it like a command, not a wish, because by this point, Aquarius, you're no longer asking, you're aligning. That statement doesn't just shift your mood, it literally shifts your universe. Your words are now creative codes, and your calm conviction is the signal that tells destiny, activate. The veil between thought and form will be paper thin after this portal. What you visualize with faith will anchor fast, sometimes within hours. So be intentional, speak blessings, expect alignment. The new timeline you've prayed for is now responding to your energy, not your effort. And as this gateway stabilizes, you'll feel a soft whisper inside your spirit. You made it. You passed the shadow test, survived the silence, surrendered the outcome, and you are caught. And in doing so, you unlocked the master frequency of creation. From this day forward, life will not feel like chasing anymore. It will feel like receiving, because the quantum leap of October 29th isn't about escaping your reality. It's about realizing you've become its architect. And from now on, Aquarius, every word you speak, every dream you hold, every heartbeat of faith builds the world you were born to lead. Aquarius, the final energy warning isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to awaken you. This is your initiation into mastery, the last test before everything accelerates. You've walked through darkness, silence, and doubt, not because you were forgotten, but because you were being refined. Now, the universe is clearing your path for quantum success, divine love, and unshakable purpose. If you felt the intensity of October 29th in your soul, it's because your next chapter is already downloading. Don't fear the shift, flow with it. The more you surrender, the faster miracles unfold. Type in the comments, I am ready for my breakthrough, and let the universe witness your declaration. Because starting now, Aquarius, you're not chasing destiny, you are destiny. Your miracle begins today.